bear.
Is there anyone sitting here?
Someone's sitting there. No one here.
Okay,
You guys
cool.
are very brave.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're here at 9 o'clock. And apparently so am I. It's a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Hi. You will never see that outside of a con. I don't know what it is. It's madness.
You're so excited that
I'm going to eat the sugar.
Hit the deck!
Eat it
How
now.
is everybody?
Oh, good.
Start over here. I want you to stand up, say your name, tell us a little bit about yourself. By the time we're done, it'll be time to go.
That's the panel.
Whoa, there's stuff in here.
At least it's not Klondike bars and cheese whiz again.
Oh no.
That sounded bad.
Where's my
Apparently
cheese?
delicious.
AIDS. That's an HIV virus. I should call him after. So if you don't behave yourself. Where's my great tree? I have all sorts of toys. Okay, I want everyone to know the word in this room. I want it to be fire. I want it to be like passion and fire. Oh my God, this is so hot. Your people are so beautiful. I'm gonna do one more on a different setting because it's Uncle Perfect. You should not be Oh yeah! Where's my spray cheese?
You ate it?
So that's my spray cheese. I will find it. So hello. Welcome to Madness.
Hello, Governor.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm really excited to be here. It's very exciting. I really like being here. I feel like I'm up to this thing now. I want to move the table, sit, so I'm not feeling. So you just dunk these, right?
Yeah.
Not gonna go psycho or anything?
No. It's poisonous. Oh.
How are you? There it is.
Well, I have no idea what I'm doing up there. That you may have figured out.
You're being cute, sir.
Which means if somebody asks me a cool and interesting question, hopefully it will all flow from there. Yes?
Do you want a conversation starter?
Yes, please.
Scott McNeil, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Somewhere out there I have spray cheese.
Put spray cheese on it.
All right, you dip it. I got distracted by something shiny.
It's like, ooh, shiny.
Oh, good. More sugar.
Better eat it now before it melts.
Oh no, 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 no!
Uh-oh.
It's a pickle joke.
For you. Finally put me in the pickle. It's like a Gallagher show. It's prop comedy. Have you? Squashing watermelons with a giant.
Have you seen the new DBZ Abridged that they've got going on now?
No.
They've got Piccolo on there. It's funny. It's like Goku's like, Piccolo, are you a Yoshi? Yes, Goku, I'm a freaking Yoshi.
Nothing wrong with the Yoshi. What the Yoshi? Hi, Christina. How are you?
Everybody's from your favorite soccer. Will you do the caramel dance?
No. Oh no.
I have no idea what
That was mine.
Don't do it.
Caramel dance.
I know how these things start. There's a reason I'm living in a pickle jar. Can you sing? And I went, oh, okay.
Do the caramel dance. There's no singing.
I just did it, but I did it.
No, you have to stand up.
No, you should have seen what my feet were doing. It was awesome.
Hey, show them. They
I did
should
a
show us.
full split, Russian kicks, the whole shebang. Pas de bourrée.
Why does it say if this thing is working?
Don't play the stupid song. Oh my god.
Do it. Oh my god. Oh no.
Better than you might think.
It's kind of like ranch sauce with spaghetti.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Have you ever tried
Does anybody have a non-food, non-dancing question? What am I doing?
Right here. Just do it like this for like 3 straight minutes.
I'll learn it for next year.
We've got that recorded, but you better.
Why do you think so many people have not discovered the joy that is wasabi?
Are we talking the food stuff or the character?
We're talking about the character.
I don't know. Because you guys have to watch a show called Sushi Pack, and then you will know. And it will not just be you and I being the only people that know what the hell we're talking
That was
about.
on CBS Morning.
No what?
There's no anime person in the right mind gets up at that hour.
There is, however, anime people that can be still
That was the
up.
greatest job ever, but I got paid a lot of money to not talk. I do a lot of that, actually. It's like this whole sort of Frank Welker world out there. Come on.
I have a present for you.
Uh-oh.
More sugar?
Oh my.
I did this for you 4 years ago, and it's been sitting in my room since the last time I saw you. So it's old.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
It's probably good. It's gonna explode though.
Oh no. Oh, that's
Sexy.
Damn. Damn.
Is that sexy guy in the picture? He's even got your hat.
Without the hat.
And a tattoo.
Aww. What?
That was the second time Scott learned about Yowie.
The rock and water.
What happens when you feed too much sugar to people?
No such thing as too much.
You guys are pretty freaking amazing, you know that?
Speak for yourself.
That's what I do for a club.
Oh, it's a melting.
Anybody happen to have a roll of paper towels on?
As if you didn't look at that.
We're cosplayers. We should have everything in our bags.
Oh God, I want your hair.
I have a glue gun.
Hurry. Remember from Africa.
Okay, I'm totally derailed right now. That's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Thank you. Thank you. Little bits of chocolate everywhere. I knew the rag.
Has anybody ever cosplayed you?
Yes, I saw her.
Oh my God, someone just got me.
She. Like,
Which is probably the singularly
Sorry,
most
it's
flattering
okay.
thing that can ever happen to anybody anywhere.
Someone's good prepared.
Attack of the paper cloth.
It'd be that sticky.
Going for more.
So, the first one answer is yes. There's also a Scott McNeil plushie.
There's duos cosplaying it.
Somebody linked me to an internet site where apparently there was a Scott McNeil plushie which is anatomically correct. And I was scared to look.
The worst TMI to me.
So I'm going to be rude and point just because I have the power. Yeah, you.
Do you have any idols or inspirations?
Yeah. There's some people, there's a couple of people still working. Maurice LaMarche, I think, is a genius. Works in LA. I mean, he was the voice of like everything, but you know, part of our plan to take over the world, which is my favorite cartoon show. Maurice does amazing stuff on that. There's a guy named Jim Cummings out of LA who's just he's a freak show. He's that good. The greatest voice actor ever to grace this planet. Bless his soul, and my personal hero, Mel Blanc. Everything I know about being a, well, lunatic, idiot, I learned from Mel. And one of the coolest things that ever happened was I got to actually be Foghorn Leghorn and Baby Looney Tunes. Those are big shoes. 2 big toes. So I've got a lot. I learned a lot from the people I've been working with. You know, I learned how to make noises from listening to a Doors song. You find your inspiration the way you find it. Or to put it in a less poetic way, you find somebody with incredible talent, you steal everything you can. So let's talk about 80. Ooh, shiny.
My son Andrew, his birthday is tomorrow. It's his 17th birthday. Do you know how?
You know how many people are like turning 1 year older for some reason, like either today or tomorrow?
Yeah.
They had so much fun in Metrocon.
We love you too.
Getting ready for that?
Pardon me.
Aww, happy.
Does she look great? Steampunk brooch thing, it's really cool.
She made it.
There's genius.
Best birthday ever.
So yeah, I'll be 17 too soon. I'll count up and then back to, because we're spreading the wealth. Yes?
If you had to live the life of one of the characters you voiced, what would it be?
Oh, God.
Koga, you can run anywhere.
Koga!
No, you know what? I would go with Wolverine. I like this whole business of projecting. And, you know, then that way I know that I get to live to be at least 85. There's a lot. Or I would become a small blob of crime fighting wasabi.
Or I could be Grumpy Bear for the rest of my life. Some people say I am.
I like being Grumpy Bear. We like to call him Prozac.
Oh my
I
god.
wanted to do one with, instead of the rainbow, it just had like a gang tattoo. I like, he's still a bear, man. Papa Captain, you're a man. So, yes.
Okay, first of all, I want to tell you that so far in this con, you are 3 out of the 5 things that you say at every convention. So it's good news for you. But on a more serious, there are 5 things you hear Scott McNeil say at every convention.
Where's the food? I need to know where a bathroom is.
Okay, there's 6
And if I don't
things you
smoke,
hear.
my head will explode.
Yeah, no. Why is it so hard, especially for a lot of you voice actors, to find your live action work? I know only one movie I found of yours, and you know about that
I do
last
some.
year.
I mean, some people do, some people don't. There's kind of a thing in Vancouver, it's kind of strange, where they go, oh, he's a cartoon guy. He's too weird. I just did a Western with Luke Perry and Lou Diamond Phillips, which was a lot of fun, except it was freezing cold up there.
Do you know
But it
the
looks
title
cool.
of it?
Pardon me? It's called Angel and the Bad Man.
Angel in the...
Angel and the Bad Man. It's a remake of an old John Wayne film. And I just did, you know, sort of a day thing. I did a movie with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh!
He's big. He's that tall, but he's big.
Can you tell us the name of that movie?
What the hell was that called? Damaged. You know, it's one of those sort of, you know, made for TV.
Yeah, I saw the trailer of Green Mile.
Green Chain?
Yeah, the green chain.
Green Chain.
Yeah, that was actually quite fun. That's playing, it's still, actually, it's playing a festival in Toronto right now. And so it's,
I really want to see it.
it's kind of, that was neat for me because it's absolutely no character. And it was shot, it's a 15-minute monologue the movie opens with, and it's just one, and it's documentary style, so there's no room, you can't act. And it's just 15 minutes, one camera set up, and just talking. And it's really weird to go into a theater and go, wow, my head is 60 feet tall. And yeah, you can see acting from a mile away and that stuff. So, I mean, I like doing that. It's more fun to do cartoons, because I get to be anything I want to be, you know. I guess.
Would you grow Wolverine's lamb chops?
What?
Stretch. If I was hairier, I would. It was actually kind of weird when we were doing the show. Brad had, like I said, this shoulder-length kind of cropped hair, so he looked a lot like Nightcrawler, I thought. And at the time, we were doing it in the winter, and I was, well, considerably more heavy set then. And my hair was short and kind of spiky a bit, and I was walking with a cowboy hat, another one I got, which is more like, and you know, I rode it on my bike once and did a push the sleeves up and had my leather gloves on, and it was actually Stan Lee way. I know. Now Hugh Jackman has stolen my career. I didn't see the Oscars.
Aww.
Going, I don't want to see Wolverine singing and dancing. Hey man, I've done live musical theater too. Work is work is work. Deep, deep, deep in right field.
How bad?
Oh no!
Now that I've successfully completed therapy and have you seen Stormhawks? Anyone? The weirdest yaoi pairing I've ever seen was somebody wanted only to draw, and it was Stork and Reptron. Just wipe the pillow and think of Mother England. They're Just anyway. And actually, I read some stuff that's been quite brilliant, in all seriousness.
Gentleman to me. You know, man, I am home. Ketchup! I love you anyway.
We will give you an Oscar for that. We must make one. It has to have a cheer on top.
I have a two-part question. First part is just a silly one. Has the Twinkie of Doom come back to get you yet? And the second part is a serious one. How do you feel when fans like this come and give you these amazing artworks? And I mean, like, how does this make you feel as a voice actor and as a person in general?
I haven't been back to Dallas for a few years, so I haven't seen the Twinkie of Doom. There's a Twinkie in Dallas that I sign every year. Same Twinkie. After the Holocaust, cockroaches, Twinkies.
iPods.
Sentient Twinkies. This kind of thing. I've said it earlier, I mean, voice work is very anonymous. We go into the studio, we do our thing, we go to work, and then you leave and you go home. And nobody goes, oh my God, that's like you taking out the garbage. You're like, wow, I really like your... I was so flabbergasted at the very first con I ever went to, when somebody just did, one of those like, oh my God, you're in a... What? Am I on fire? I'm still really overwhelmed, and I've been doing cons for like 10 years now. But I've been doing voice work for 10 years before I ever went to a con. And so just, you go and it's your job and you do your thing. And to find out what you guys are all about. It's why I still, when I go to cons, people go, what do you go down there for? You go to like, it's like, hey, you. And something like that, I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm really, truly are, to use Greg's words, the ADD poster child, especially after sugar. That kind of stuff doesn't happen in the real world. And it's so amazing. And so I've had people come by this and I've shown them stuff that people have given, they're like, wow. And there's this, anyway, the short form is it makes me feel fantastic.
So you have a nice little room in your house where you've just got a lot of fan art and fan work and gifts.
It's kind of scary. It's more than just a little scary. It's like this little shrine, people, they're like, yeah, they don't do that. I was like, yeah, they do. You get a chance to, I've had some amazing stories given to me. Like parents that have come up and said, my little girl was diagnosed with this before you, and you spent 2 hours talking with her, and that's the first time in like 3 years I've seen my little girl smile. You get that kind of stuff, and it's just like, wow. It's not always just about making silly voices for a living, which is really what we do. I mean, I have the stupidest and best job in the world. I'm the luckiest man on the planet. And this is just total gravy on top of that. And then, wow. It's pretty special. I can sit there, when the darkness comes and sort of open up and go, what I am, not what I do. Yes, with a V?
On a less serious note, Mark Hildreth is here,
Yes.
and if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time in 6 years that he's been to a con.
Yeah.
I heard a story, and I just want to confirm it. The first time you two were together, you dipped him?
What? Hello.
Mark, you want to answer this one?
That's what she said.
Yes, I did. Mark had never never heard of Yowie. He'd never been to a con, and we were just standing up there, and it's just like, work with me. He's like, what the fuck? Boom. Poor boy's never been the same. No, there's a restraining order now.
You had panel booths, you had autograph booths next to each other. That's definitely not 50 feet.
Busted.
That's what she said.
Me with a low hat?
Oh,
I know, it's hard to tell. I'm just going with it.
Okay, like I've seen this video, like I remember, but I have no idea what it means. Are you a cucumber?
I was really hoping that with this, that whole thing would be put to rest. Finally got put in the pickle jar. I am not. Apparently I am. Somebody just randomly went, hey, can you, it was like the, do the, I was like, sing the cucumber, like, I don't know what the cucumber song is. Okay, it goes like this. I go, okay, so boom, boom, boom. Suddenly it's animated, it's on YouTube, and woo! Because remember, what happens at the con stays on YouTube.
At least you haven't asked the miniskirt line yet. Unless somebody already has.
Do you have any favorite video games?
Wow.
I can name one.
Wow, baby!
Please tell me.
Level 70 Blood Elf.
Level 80 Death Knight Blood Spec number 4 on my server right now. Yeah. My name is Scott, and I'm a wowaholic. Sentinels. You see a character named Zither, throw a rock at him. I've done a lot of voice working games that I've never played that I'd like to. Like I've done all the Warhammer 40,000 games. I would find it very strange to be playing a game that I could hear myself.
Yeah.
I'm a wowhead. 2 best video games ever made as far as I'm concerned. And, this is not going out on any limb. Half-Life.
Yeah.
Bioshock. And one of the reasons that Bioshock is so freaking good is because Bioshock is the best voice acting I've ever heard in a video game. I actually was just playing some more. The World and Bioshock 2 is coming out in November. Yeah! That's the most imaginative video game I've ever seen. Just the environment, the world they created. I like video games. Yes, I do. That's okay. That's okay. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. I don't care what Gummy Bear says. But I'm Gummy Bear says. Plastic bag.
Where's the AIDS?
Oh, good.
Oh my God!
And they just cleared up.
We found the cure!
Wow, okay, now it's becoming a sea of hands. Oh, jeez, I don't know. I'm gonna go randomly here, and then there, and then do this.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
I don't believe in Pokemon. I'm not allowed to because I was on Monster Ranch.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Who is Suezo, the big yellow eyeball?
Oh my God, you were? I didn't know that.
I saw
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
that.
just the stuff. Oh, they're not small things that you people realize. I'm in the pickle jar. Box of rapidly melting.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to go there?
Well, hopefully you'll have a fridge in your room.
Let's go.
Yeah. I haven't had dinner.
They're already liquid. I warn you.
Grab me one, dude!
She was quick.
Come on, by the time it comes out, they'll be
I had one already today.
I don't want to go over there because I'm afraid I'm not even going to get anything.
I wouldn't care.
lose again.
Gone.
Oh crap! I lose.
I lost the game.
All the hands go down. Can I answer that? Oh. See, they're hard to eat, aren't they?
I have a question I want to ask you. I'm trying to.
Yes?
Oh, well, I know you have a lot of voice roles, and there's so many, it's hard to know. So I was wondering, what was your first animated voice role?
First animated job, period, was a thing called The New Adventures of He-Man. 1988. That was my first ever job. And then I went on, like all the G.I. Joe stuff from the 80s.
Big gas. Big gas. Like French for gas.
On that one, I was Flipshot, Craig Spizar, and Butthead. Then we just did Masters of the Universe again about 5 years ago. On that one, I was Beastman, Ramman, Stratos, Clawful, Cobra Khan, and Merman. Although frankly, Ted Cole should have been Merman because he does the trouble voice better than anybody I've ever heard. Yeah, I got a chance to do some weird stuff. But that was my very first gig, and then I think my very first anime gig was Project Aiko. I played 3 different women on that show. Anime, strange. Unusual. Sarah.
When you do that many voices on one show, I mean, how do you keep it all straight?
Dubbing is actually easier because you're going one line at a time anyway. If y'all watched a show called Beast Wars.
We grew up on that Saturday morning.
Because I played 4 of the main characters, and the other I should just be like, oh, Scott's got one of his scenes coming up, and they just go out for coffee. I would just run them back to back. You got no idea how many people are living inside my head. I just get to let them out. People watched and said it's very, people always think voice acting is just standing there and doing voice work. It's very physical. It's more like theater. So if I'm, bouncing back and forth between Rat Trap and Dinobot, for instance, on Beast Wars, everything has got to change. The physicality, the brutality. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Actually, there was a lot of crotch grabbing for Rat Trap. The final animation was because his little arms were too short. Everything, spinning your head, his whole thing. It's every now and then I have got lost before, and he just stopped and was like, okay, wait a minute, who? Okay. When I started doing this, it was like, okay, come up with a catchphrase that'll get you to the character, boom, and away you go. Some people will, if they're doing a scene like that, they will go through, do one half of it, and then go through and do the other half. It's always good to do more than one because, well, we get paid by the character too, so. So it's like, this could be awesome. You're playing like 9 characters in that show. It's like, oh yeah. I'm gonna go green shirt and black hat, and I'm sorry because I found my name. Somebody else.
I have 2 questions. One is, what is the weirdest experience you've had with a fellow voice actor? The other is, what's the story behind the hat?
This is not the hat. The hat, may it rest in peace, is now being carefully entombed in a small glass case in my house because it went with me to Louisiana and breathed its last.
Oh no!
That hat has traveled with me probably well over 100,000 miles. It has been sat upon, shat upon, slept upon. A lot of things have happened on that hat. I lost it in Vancouver randomly on the street.
What?
In a city of like 2+ million people, somebody that I happened to know ran over it. Oh. And I went, hey, look what Scott's hat. I got it back. It's been everywhere. I got this one about a year ago to replace it, and I just went, I can't, it's just too hat. Anyway, the hat started by accident. It was kind of inspired by Steve, actually, Bennett. Because the very first anime con I went to was ASAN and whatever. And Steve wasn't there, but his hat was. His Civil War hat. And everyone was just going, it was like Steve was there. And I went, that is cool. Oh, this randomly I picked it up in Dallas. And then same with, and I happened to have a shirt that I wore one day, a plaid shirt with the sleeves cut off. And it just kind of became my con suit. Oh, thanks. We'll see you later. Was it something I said? Have fun storming the castle. Bye-bye.
Yes.
So that's the story and a half, basically. The whole thing, now it's funny. I can go to a convention and get off the plane, wearing a baseball cap, a ponytail, and a pair of shorts, and I can walk right through the whole convention.
Nobody will
I
know.
go and I put on the hat and the shirt, and I walk back down. And it's like, hey, it's McNeil.
No, see, I can still slot you with a baseball hat.
Trademark, right?
Hoping to
I'm
forget that
going
one.
to work every day with these people. It's strange. They're very unusual, creative people out there, What's going on over there? Every day is just odd. It's retarded and fun. You wouldn't believe we're like the world's goofiest kindergarten class without the riddle. Except kids. If you work with kids, they just sit there and read variety until it's their line. They stand up, they deliver it perfectly, and sit back down and look at you like, you're so sure. Whereas we just get, I don't really have a good answer for that. I'll think about that. See if I can come up with something else. And I have the power. Who should I pick now?
Not good.
We'll find one who's worthy of grace and circle. Because I like blue hair. Time's up, sorry.
What got you into voice acting?
Court order? I did not think in my wildest dreams that voice acting was something that I would end up doing as a career, because that was just something magical that people in Los Angeles did. I knew the moment that I figured out that, I've used this line a million times, but it's like, I'm doing for a living what I used to get kicked out of school for, Like, nobody's ever going to want to hear those yellow voices. So I've done it since I was a little kid. I trained very seriously as an actor. I studied Shakespeare. I was good to do his whole so I was unemployed for a long time. I will never forget being in Disneyland when I was 12 years old, which was an obsession of mine. And I finally made it there, and going through the Pirates of the Caribbean, through a haunted mansion, and it was sort of at that moment that I discovered that the voice you hear, Paul Frees, he's the guy you hear through the music. Welcome, foolish mortals. I found out that he was also the Pillsbury Doughboy, and something went. You can do that. As far as working in Vancouver, it was not something I'd ever even considered, because there was none, and I literally fell ass first. I stumbled, I got lucky, I said the right thing to the right person, the right way at the right time, and the next thing you know, I was working on this He-Man thing, and prior to that, there really was no industry in Vancouver, so I was very lucky to get in on the ground floor. And I sort of found the one thing I can do for a living without. I spend a lot of time in small padded rooms screaming. The difference is, I get paid for it. Swine flu, sorry.
Too soon.
I saw a guy that showed up on Halloween as Robert Goulet, and it was the day after he had died.
Oh.
Oh, Mindy. Oh. So, yes. You.
Okay. What's the weirdest thing you've ever had to sign, like somebody, like a man?
Is he still here? I finally broke my own rule and signed a hairy man group.
Oh no!
I've signed, if you can sort of imagine it, I've probably signed it, and it's weird. I've signed like food. You signed my sandwich? I'm like,
well, he does sign a Twinkie.
The Twinkie's the rapper.
Yes.
Okay. What do you wear when you're doing your lawn? Like you're outside?
Someone headed it.
I work completely naked.
Birthday suit.
Guy in the world to cosplay that. I just, at home. Well, admittedly, sometimes I kind of wear this at home, but when I'm just goofing, I like cargo pants because I like having lots of pockets. I flop around in a pair of crummy old runners and either black wife beater or t-shirts. Mostly black wife beaters. I got a lot of those. So That's what I usually wear. The shiny embroidered stuff does not come out except for special occasions. You're welcome. Now you know what I wear when I'm mowing my lawn. Never mow your lawn barefoot. Ever. No matter how good of an idea it's. Ever. And don't use a weed whacker if you're naked. Guys, pay attention to this. You can become the Brissomatic 5000 just like that. Hi.
Just wondering, in the case of Piccolo, were Piccolo to eat a pickle, that made him a cannibal.
Oh, yes. I don't know why he became a cucumber.
White chocolate!
You know what? I think about stuff like that way too often. Sappy. And apparently, like, rabbits don't talk. But that's okay. I'm learning.
Oh, there's AIDS.
We found AIDS.
It's not AIDS, it's the virus that causes AIDS.
Okay, we found the virus.
Yes. I'm trying to. You can't see my eyes, so you don't know if I'm making eye contact. With the lovely pink hair and the yellow band.
Considering how many people turn up to see you no matter where you go, has it ever occurred to you that you could probably start a button for world domination and actually succeed?
Yes.
You're giving me ideas.
The idea is in motion.
Hell, McNeil!
We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Pick a McNeil.
Take over the world. But you all have to become zombies first.
I don't want to eat
Education
people.
has its benefits. I think we should. I think we should take over. We should march the streets of town.
Careful.
Or at least take over the pool at the hotel.
Take over Canada.
I like Canada.
Well, we can ride Joseph.
There's no moving! Although I did see a bear just outside the city the other day. I went, holy crap, I really did. In Vancouver, we've got palm trees and beaches. Tara, is that the... No! Lock the doors! And start pumping in the secret gas.
I'm not Jewish.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna go kind of light.
Sorry.
The camera makes you go to sleep.
Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, my mom! Oh, bitches, so we can hang out. No, actually, I was married for 17 years. No, actually, I'm still very good friends with my ex-wife. She lives in Vancouver Island now. She came over and visited me like last week. Just hung out. No, not really. There almost was. Yes. Huh?
If you had the powers of any of your characters, what would you do with them?
Abuse them so bad. First off, you get X-ray vision. Come on, think about it. Wow, you look good. Scott, you pervert. I don't know. You know what? That's actually a really good question, and I probably deserve a much better answer than I could give you. But I would like to fly. I dream of flying a lot.
What's your favorite character power?
Damn you and your good questions that make me think. It doesn't involve food or props. I'm useless.
Come on, summoning Death Scythe. You know you want it.
That one is leaking out on me. They're getting too clever.
Come on!
I don't want to think. I don't like thinking.
That explains the smoke.
So, you know what? Hopefully an answer will pop into my head and I'll bounce back and do this. Yes. Yes.
2 questions. If you have a favorite hockey team, who, and who would you use as a lifeline on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Well, I live in Vancouver, which means having a favorite hockey team really hurts. Because the Vancouver Canucks, it's like being in a 35-year abusive relationship. Every year it's like, no, they've changed. They've gone to counseling. They cried. Bam! Fuck! They did it again!
Whoa!
Sorry, what was the other one?
If you run Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, who would be your phone a friend lifeline?
You.
Can I get a hug about that?
Yeah. I'll be distributing after. Yes. Sorry, I hate this. It's like, yeah, you. You.
Will you sing the pickle song?
Oh, no! We went through this. It ended. I'm in the pickle jar. All right. Cucumber. I'm a cucumber, but please don't put me in the dance break. Never happen again. In the very back with the blue shirt, number 47 for your van concern.
Alright, so the president has been kidnapped by ninjas.
Okay.
To save the president and restore order to the city?
I'm Canadian. He just sat back and laughed at the last 5 years. See, I have to figure out my superpowers before I can answer that question. Yes.
Are you happy that Papa Ho-Ho's still alive?
I didn't. That came as a surprise.
I told you. I'm the one that told you.
I'm dead. It was like, oh no.
I'm the one that told you.
I don't know logistically, honestly, whether I'm going to end up doing Hohenheim. Because it's very unrealistic for them to have me flying back and forth, you know, to and from legally. I mean, I did that because Mike asked me to, and I thought it was really cool that he asked me. And basically, it was, you know, there was a lot of discussion like whether we could even use my name on the credits because it's basically totally illegal for me to come down here. And my union back home would have my butt slang. So I did it as a favor for Mike, and he did it. You know, we just thought it was cool to do. Now, if he's legitimately going to become like a big part of the show, which I gather he is, I mean, I can always do a land patch. I go to studio in my house. There's ways of working around it, but you know, Funimation just if it is Funimation that's going to be doing it, they can't afford to keep zipping me back and forth.
That's a shame.
They kind of can't afford me anyway. I would pay Canadian taxes. But I would love to. I mean, I would be kind of heartbroken if somebody else did it. Like freaking SpongeBob SquarePants is doing Waspinator now.
What? No!
He's the first one that must go. That's the nature of the business.
We agree.
I've ended up on shows because I was brought in to replace somebody else. It works that way. That's how I ended up on Reboot, actually. Taking over from my friend Phil, because he wasn't available one day, and they just went, literally, the producer's like, okay, whatever. Can you do his voice? It's like, what's it sound like? Yeah, okay, you're on. Yes.
2 questions. One, how did Vic Mignogna get a WoW commercial and not you?
Vic Mignogna did not get a WoW commercial.
He made it himself.
I know, I've seen it too.
It's funny.
But this is Her Highness creating her own little reality. He made it himself. He did it himself. Why he hasn't actually been sent to jail by the people of WoW yet, I don't know. Vic Mignogna did not get a WoW commercial. He made that himself. That's like it's a vanity license plate.
But it's funny.
Yes. Chinese.
She has had this much since you started.
She what?
She drew balls.
Oh, God. Start moving slowly away. The explosion will be brief but very powerful. My son, Ed, speak. Well, my son. Yes.
Really random question based on an earlier conversation. What would you do if you were 50 feet tall?
I would find out what happened in every 5th floor window of every apartment in the world. I would have a hell of a time buying shoes. Bedding would be difficult.
But you'd be the size of a Gundam.
Which means that theoretically, if I got a Gundam that size, the Gundam would have to be like 500 feet tall.
Then I have no space in my house for my stuff.
Have you figured out what power you want yet?
Yes, the power to reduce myself from 50 feet to a normal size. I'd to be able to be like that tall. I think that'd be cool. You could get into a lot of trouble now. Ooh, hey!
Time!
Yes. Yes, and then yes.
I didn't realize you were in Project Echo, but that might explain something. Does drinking sober you up?
Oddly, yes. It does. I live in a state of being perpetually knurred. Any Terry Pratchett readers out there? If there was, you would have got that. It's the other side of sober. Sometimes the world only makes sense. I didn't drink at all for the first 6 years I did conventions. And people would always be like, oh my God, fucking Scott McNeil, he was way out of control. He was like so hammered. He was like... Now, I can sit down and enjoy a sane, civilized conversation. That's what you want them to believe, isn't it? So yes, no, yes. Hi, and then he was going to be...
Will you get naked?
What?
I'm naked right now. One layer of clothing. Will I be naked eventually? Yes. Come to the poolside.
Did you know that they actually have a real life size Gundam right now in Japan?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, giggity wand.
Real size Gundam.
The weird, terrible, horrible thing that was the anime or the Dragon Ball Z movie. Just a random thought from my point of view. They spent all that money casting what's his face to play Piccolo. Why didn't they just spray Vin Diesel green?
Oh,
That's the easiest thing in the world. The voice, the bone, stature, he looks like it anyway. Oh, the sugar is kicking in now.
but it's near the end.
Oh, God.
You actually were a 50-foot tall.
That's right, I was. I've been 50 feet tall. It was awesome.
You were naked.
And I was naked. Has anybody here seen that?
Seen
what?
what?
It's
No.
called A Chinese Ghost Story.
Yes.
I did the... What the hell was this song? All will bow down upon their knees. No one will dare to fight or challenge me. I am the... I don't remember it. Oh, tonight, beware, beware, be... I don't remember it. I got to sing. Okay.
Woo!
Thank you. Yes. Yes. Have I said yes?
How do you feel about being running?
I mean, right now is that I'm sorry. Can you hear me in the? All right, we're having a little. That in a nutshell is how I feel. Yes. Yes.
Do you like waffles?
Do you like waffles? Yes.
I will see you at the waffle machine at 6:30 when they open that thing up.
So I heard you like my tips?
And phase 2.
Does Colorblind look that sexy in a miniskirt?
I'd like you to know that I taught Roy Mustang everything he knows about wearing a miniskirt. I only killed, does that count? Koga looks dead sexy in a miniskirt. What will happen if I get back to Anime Boston? Somebody in Boston made me a Koga outfit.
Are you serious?
I bought a pirate outfit at the last convention I was
I
at.
know! Why didn't you wear that?
I don't know why I didn't. I really don't.
Oh, sorry.
Wear it tomorrow.
My hair's almost tomorrow. Almost. Yes. You're on Sonic. Oh, it's staring at me.
Out of these two towers, Koga or Wolverine, which would you have?
Koga!
I'm going with Koga. I think Koga has a lot more fun. And if he ever gets his head out of his ass and realizes the whole Kagome thing is never going to frickin' happen, but there's going to be another beautiful Ione. Could she offer it anymore? Yeah, I want to sit down and have a long talk with Koga. I would like to be Koga. Yes?
Do you ever visit your fan sites?
I try not to. They scare me.
Have a home site now?
Really?
Yeah.
I have no idea these things happen. I try not to. I Googled my name once, and it was like scary. I Googled myself, and I went blind.
Are you gonna go see Revenge of the Fallen?
Transformers movie.
Did you go see the first one?
I don't watch television per se. I don't really watch movies. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I'll see it eventually.
Will you see the Bioshock movie when that comes out?
Which?
Bioshock movie.
I'm scared to see that because it's going to be one of two things. Either it's going to be frickin' brilliant, or they're going to destroy it. I will.
Well, it's directed by Gore Verbinski, and the budget's already over 160 million.
But yeah, I just actually found out they were doing that, and I hope they do it well.
Bioshock 3. They're saying they're going to make like 6 Bioshock games.
Yeah, I think they're kind of doing that Pirates of the Caribbean thing. They're developing 2 and 3 at the same time. I hope. And then the G.I. Joe thing's coming out now too. They could have got me to do the voice for it, but no, they did not. I got something. I was Cobra Commander for a little while. And then yes.
Will you marry me?
Okay. So in answer to your question from earlier, yes there is. You're ordained minister. I could perform the service right now. I just said yes. I'll see you tonight. You make these words come into my head. Well, Matthew, and then we will get to you, because I know your arm must be ready to fall off.
Thank you very much. And if you could do any of your anime over, which one would it be?
All of them. Honest to God, any actress, if you finally watch something, you're like, oh, God, oh, no, now I get it.
Which one would it be?
I don't know. We were actually talking today in the Gundam Wing panel, and somebody asked that and said, if you had a chance to do it again, would you? And it would be a very different show, I think, now. Because then it was one of the, we just sort of went in, and now it's like, okay, we would definitely have more fun. Maybe some of the undertones that you people perceive would be put in. Right, I guess.
Well, you were talking earlier about the Canucks. I know.
Why do I have to relive the pain?
Gentleman lightning land.
Hey, they were good until what's his name screwed them up. But so what's your favorite sports moment that you've either seen or done something or been a part
it's
of?
a very Canadian thing, but when Henderson scored in 70 whatever to win the. I don't know. I watched actually the last I ended up catching the last 15 seconds of the final game of the Stanley Cup this year.
Oh.
Holy crap! I mean, that was exciting hockey. I felt for Detroit like you wouldn't believe. I don't know. I'm not a huge sports dude. I'm really not. You know, if I'm watching sports, I like it to be something really exciting on television, like darts. I'm not a big sports student, so the stuff I do tends to be solitary. I like to paddle and do stuff like that. I'm not big on team sports because I don't share well with the other children. Yes, with the event and the thing. And then
I always wondered what
briefs.
lost
No, neither.
Whoa.
Waspinator's thoughts on the death side be?
On the which?
What would Waspinator's thoughts on the death side be?
Waspinator's thoughts on the death side?
Powerful method to be bigger than Waspinator. Waspinator's sick of this. Waspinator finally finds a way to blow up Death Side and make it so.
Give the best last line of any character. So long. Goodbye. Bye. I'll miss you. Right. Call me.
Are you giving out your phone number now?
You can drop by and visit me and the missus.
I have to go. Can I take a quick picture with you real quick?
1/1000th of a second. Go. Who's gonna take it? Oh, the fire show. Dude. You coming up? Who's gonna actually take the camera? And we can answer questions while we go. Wow, it's a whole different world over here. You guys are awesome.
I love my shirt too. Trinity blood.
Nice.
+1 to charisma.
That was good.
That was great. Any other?
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, God. Well, I mean, I have to be slightly...
Being that you played Daryl Lodge,
Oh, I'm gonna go see the flag format thing.
Am I proud of flags?
of the flags.
There's probably something I should know here before I not look like an idiot and go.
Oh, because what's called, when in Gundam 00, the mobile suit that he pilots is called a flag, and one of the characters is constantly saying how he's proud of the flag, since he's one of the flag fighters.
And I was proud of the flag. Until I died.
Yeah.
And then, well, you haven't seen it. We actually just finished recording that one. I had a lot of fun on that show, because I went, wow, I'm finally the bad guy.
Yeah, you're
Ali al-Such. Bring your God now.
You're the
He
Joker.
was
That's
fun.
Joker.
I am? Okay.
I
I'm learning so
compared
much
his
from you
character to
guys.
the Joker.
Yes.
Can you tell us what your next project is going to be?
What am I working on now? I'm doing a thing actually right now called Tales of 1001 of Arabian Nights, which is actually a lot of fun. We're having so much, it's the funniest freaking show. It's being super well, they brought in like, these Arabian scholars and stuff and guys that have studied these things forever. And I thought, oh, this could be really dry and uninteresting. But the guy that's the director and producer on it, I mean, he's the, whatever, he created Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs, Batman. This guy's a genius.
Oh my gosh.
The scripts are so funny. Brian Dobson plays Sinbad when those stories are told. It's the funniest shit I have ever seen in my life. Like, it's like lose your lunch funny. It's bouncing. The Red Bulls are kicking in now, aren't they, Bria? She's like, I'm just, everything's a blur. Wow!
Nice.
I once, like with the Pocky thing, I was at a con and I had a Monster energy drink back when I drank them, and then of course somebody went, oh, Scott loves Monsters! And so when you're doing panels, I ended up slamming 5 of them that day.
Oh, Lord.
There's still dents in the walls of the hotel. That was actually here. Just beep, bum, beep, all night. Yes.
Okay, so random question. Have you ever gone to a con dance, and are you going to the rave?
Yeah, actually, 2 years ago I went to the rave here and just like busted. It's like some idiot gave me glow sticks and it was like, now what am I gonna do? I might head up. And yes.
Are you going to the Operation Metrocon Gundam panel tomorrow at 7 in room 19?
I didn't know there was an Operation Gundam thing panel in the 7 with the thing.
The girl who's hosting it said she was going to ask you, but she's not here.
It depends on my schedule. If I can fit stuff in or on my stuff, I will. Because they've got me kind of. This is so clever. They put my schedule on the back of my badge. Except apparently my whole schedule is upside down. And yes.
Do you have any pets, and can we get the hugs from you because we have to leave and go?
Oh, fine. Be that way. I have 1 cat. And fish. I have a big fat black and white cat named Piglet. I seem to be supporting. My house has now been invaded. It's like someday I'm going, wow, maybe I do live in Canada. I got raccoons, squirrels, pigeons. And for some reason, they're all like living in my house now.
Do you have ducks?
No. Ain't blue. Ain't blue. The raccoons do the weirdest shit. They will take all of my towels and cushions and not drop them in the toilet, but stuff them in my downstairs toilet. I don't get it.
Bye, Shadow. It was fun.
+2 charisma. The thing doesn't work twice.
We used to have cats. Our cats. So So now we've got dogs.
Eaten by a gator. That's just not something you hear back home.
Yeah.
It's like my cat was eaten by a gator. All right, to flee if you have to. Yes. I feel like one of those talk show hosts. So, yes, go ahead. You're on here. I have three tattoos. I have Celtic elbows in the water. I have Celtic elbows in the fire. This is Earth. And what you see here is the best tattoo of hair you will ever see. Okay, here on my t-shirt. Which is not true. It's a big deal. Yes.
I have to go. Can I get a picture with you and a hug?
People always go, can I get a picture with you? I'm like, wouldn't you use a camera instead? Just sort of a thought. See the world from my view.
I got one.
One is good. Oh, one again. Smell nice. People who smell nice make me happy. I have encountered some things on the Sunday at a con in a hot climate in the past that
You too.
were not nice. Yes.
I have a present for you.
It's my very own rubber bandy thingy.
Is it the zombie awareness one?
It's a zombie awareness.
Oh,
And yes.
Zombies. People never mistake you for Shawn Michaels.
No. I get Bret Michaels a lot. Somebody did that today. Randomly walked through and was like, it's fucking Bret Michaels, man. We both lost silence still at the edge of the night. I went to, this is a weird little offshoot story. Matt Hill, if you know Matt, he's a voice actor, he's brilliant. He's the most positive, energetic guy in the world. We had a blood pact that if David Lee Roth ever rejoined with Van Halen, we would go. So we went. And it was a great show. We had a lot of fun. But then afterwards, I could see, and you know, I said, in the real world, nobody knows it, but I happen to be wearing kind of like this sort of thing. And I could see these three young girls and a dude sort of, I know the look. That's sort of like, I know the look. And they were wearing Poison shirts. So they were like, I know, excuse me, you ever, and I was like, no, actually, I'm, we both lost silence. And they were like, oh my God, you are! I was like, no, you know what, I'm not, I'm really sorry. Then Maddie kept coming up and was like, Mr. Michaels, I am so sorry. At that point, we were kind of too far into it to back out, so I ended up doing a bunch of pictures. But I never once said yes. I got Ted Nugent on down. Yeah! I'm a little on the small side to be mistaken for a wrestler. I don't know. I would have nothing to bitch about. It's like I've hated them for so long. I don't know. The world would stop. And then there would just be, did somebody just eat? Honey, no weeping in public. Newlyweds. Crazy. Actually, directly behind it. And then we will come forward. We'll go with you and then with him.
Taylor, what's your favorite convention?
Pardon me?
Which is your favorite convention out of all of them?
Metrocon?
Yeah.
I don't do conventions anymore. I did this one because Roy asked me to last year and because I really love this con. You guys, I mean, the very first, when I first got here on Thursday, all of a sudden it's like going back to camp the next year. And you know, it's like I get to see you guys again and people that, you know, I get to see once a year and it's awesome. I go to other cons, you know, I kind of feel like a stranger in a strange land, you know, and I'm putting on my show and doing my stuff. But here I'm going, I got friends down here and I like the people and I like this place. And so this honestly is, OhioCon is another great con, just based on, okay, that wasn't even sucking up, I actually forgot. It honestly is, I mean, it's the only reason that I would go to Ohio in January. Nothing against. There's a few. There's a lot of cons that have con heart.
You should go to Anime Weekend Atlanta.
Apparently that may possibly be happening. They've never asked me to before, so. But anyway, I don't do cons. I did this one, and I did one in Louisiana a couple of weeks ago because somebody had canceled on them at the last minute, and it's his first year con because Vic had decided that he had something better to do, so I came down and did that as a favor. And that was great too, but this, and so Roy basically hauled my ass out of retirement to do this.
So you're not coming back?
So go, Roy, go!
Yeah!
And the reason I said yes is because of you guys. To what, to here?
Yeah.
Well, generally Roy's smart. Like, he'll ask me before I leave. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Would you ever do Dragon Con?
Would I ever do drag in con? I've never, again, to go to a con, I have to be invited to a con. I don't do them. I can't be away from work. One of the reasons that I stopped doing cons is, missing a Thursday or a Friday, even and a Monday. In my business, the first year I did cons, I probably lost about $60,000 because I wasn't. So my agent does not like me doing conventions anymore, at all.
But then you might be able to make James Marshall and kill him. He goes to Dragon Con.
Why would I want to kill James Martin? So what?
A lot.
Not his fault.
Not the one who cast him.
Yeah, he's not the one that cast himself. I'm sure if he was familiar with it, he'd go like, you want me to play what? You want to give me how much money? Giggity. Not serious, acting is a profession. I've done shows that people are going like, why do you work in the Barbie movies? It was like, because it's a job. And it's fun. I've done more stuff that, nobody's ever heard of just because that's the way it is. Yes.
Experiment.
Oh, God, wow. Did we get both of those over there? No, we haven't actually, sorry. And then we will bounce back to you. Yes? What does everybody start there with? I have two questions.
The one thing, what is the character that you always wanted to play?
It's really easy. And I already did them earlier. It's like, part of my plan to take over the world. I love the brain. I love the brain from Piggy. I would like to play every character that I don't play. I see anything, it's like, I wish I'd done that. There are some dream ones. I mean, I've been really fortunate. I've had a chance to play some of, the characters that I would really like to play. I never know. I just, it's like I don't know enough about this stuff to sort of know in advance who I'd like to be. I've been really lucky and ended up playing stuff that I went, wow, that ended up being a lot of fun. But there's never a bad day at work. I mean, I do voices for a living. It's fun. Anytime I see somebody say, oh, bug, I gotta say, wow, time for you to change jobs, sunshine. And yes, Matthew, I guess, and then back to directly behind Matthew. Okay, you go first.
I know this is a little, you just said Metrocon with your favorite and all that, and maybe it's a loaded question, but how does it honestly make you feel when you've been doing this for over an hour now and people are still pouring through the door? How does it make you feel, the response that...
People are pouring in now are going, apparently to the 10 o'clock panel with somebody else. Who is that man? Honey? Is that Shawn Michaels? I thought he would be bigger. Much bigger. I sort of, it's like the amazing painting that I was given, and there's another one that Sarah did that I wish you guys could see. It's brilliant. It's duo, but he's wearing this hat with this ink.
And with the same kind of clothes you wear.
Yeah, it's stuff. So it's all that kind of thing. It's so amazing to me. It's so flattering. Pardon me? It will be at the panel tomorrow. So that kind of stuff is the most astonishing experience for me in the world. Because outside of the walls of a convention, I'm a person that, I have this great job, but that's the only difference. And it's just so here I get to come, and most people would never dream of being able to do this and to have people like you in my life. So it's pretty freaking amazing. It's pretty cool. That's why, I'll end up, I think the first year I came down here, the con was over. Like, it was long closed. The convention center was shut down, and we moved my signing table outside And I sat there and actually missed my flight home because I went, well, you know what? I'm not leaving if there's somebody that's been standing in the lineup. Somebody with the, you know, sort of questionable taste that wants to see me enough to stand in line up that long, I'll stick around until it's done. Because I think you guys are amazing. Scott has not had food yet. Right now, I need some sleep. So, you know what? I'm getting the look. Sleep is for the weak. Only amateurs sleep. I've gone 5 days at a con without touching the bed. Well, without sleeping. Sorry, we have to. We're gonna go into lightning round mode. So everybody that's got their hand up now will be the thing. And then I gotta cut it off because and that should never have to say, I gotta cut it off.
That's what she said.
Have you always been this confident, or is this something that came to you?
This is absolute BS. I am the shyest person in the real world you will ever probably meet. There's a reason that I can pull sort of 300 personalities out of my butt, is because, honest to God, and I think most of, especially voice actors, no. The thought of doing this terrifies me. The thought of, you know, and yet, once you get up here, it's like I get to kind of like a vampire feed on you guys. Wow.
It's Suezo and Wolverine riding on a...
It's really small and it's really fine so you can't see it, but if I had an overhead projector, this is really amazing. Thank you. It's a picture of Suezo and a little tiny thing, a little chibi duo, and a little chibi Wolverine. And a little chibi, you know.
It's actually a really tiny wasp.
He's life-size, bug-size. This is... Yeah, because I would go, man, I could never get up on stage and do that kind of stuff, but this is, you know, catch me in the hallway for a real conversation, I'll be like, hi. People are nice. Voice actors are really weird people. So yeah, I don't know. I sit there and ask myself, it's like, is this all? I don't know. It's just, it's I like it up here. It's easy. Yes. Hi. Step away from the sugar. Fire back.
What variety movies were you in?
I've done them all, I think, except the last one. You know, instead of various characters, merchants in this and stuff and that. And I don't know. I should find out one day. Because everybody I know with little kids, it's like, oh, we've got all the Barbie movie. We've seen all your stuff. Real.
I have 2 things. What is your opinion on
So do sharks, which is weird. Sorry?
Oh my God.
Alpine calf relief. I have no idea. They didn't even give me any.
I've looked everywhere and I can't find it.
It might be a Canadian thing. And it usually only comes out in the wintertime because it's calf relief gum. I did a commercial years ago in Canada. You can do whatever you want, like in film, stage, television, theater, and if you do great work, it's wonderful. If people see it, they see it. If they don't, they don't. You do one frickin' TV commercial. People are like, it's gum, dude! Woo! Yes?
Is there any girl character that you want to voice?
I've voiced a lot of women characters.
Like you want
Little sister.
That would be cool. Aww. That would be sweet. I don't know. Again, it's like anything that, you know, if I get paid, it's a great job. It truly is.
Mr. Bubbles.
And yes.
Yeah, I want to know if you can sign this for me.
What is that?
Where was my spray cheese when I needed it? I was calling for it because I had a Klondike bar.
She got you Wendy's, even better.
And don't forget AIDS.
This is the lovely young woman who gave me AIDS.
Oh wait, but it's not.
Yeah, I can bring it up, and we'll no rushing the stage, please. Jess, yes.
I have a question pertaining to a panel that was held earlier in this room. Do you really voice all the characters on the list?
Did what? See Bahama?
There was a panel in here, and like to try out for all the voices. Is this true?
This is absolutely true. The reason is, I'm a firm believer in the fact that the more spaghetti you throw at the wall, the more chance that a noodle or two is going to stick. You do not ever want to audition behind me for a show. I have a legendary status of, oh, fuck, you put me after McNeil? He's going to reach for everything, including the women and the children. And you know what? Sometimes it works. Yeah, only because I can get away with it. Most of the time, in a situation like that, I mean, when I teach and stuff, I go, you pick 3. You go in, you have 2 different choices prepared for those 3.
What if a director let you play every character in the show?
Well, that would be weird. I've done some shows where it was almost
Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah, Bucky, I think my personal best was like 12 principal characters on a single episode of Bucky O'Hare. That was strange. Do you?
Yes, I do. I should have brought
What's in the Libby's bag?
Look at the window.
What did you do with the panel? We got to watch Scott eat a lot. Yes.
Did you enjoy doing the couple episodes of Stargate?
I did. I really did, actually. The first one was kind of weird, and the last one I had a lot of fun with because it was that, you know, the way it was shot, that double take. And they were really happy. Like, actually, the first, you know, I thought I went, oh my God. Because the producers and directors were like, Scott, I love this character. You know what? We think you're great. You know what? We're going to start bringing this guy back. He's going to be recurrent. So I put it up, Stargate SG-1 cancel, bitchin'! Somebody finally liked me.
That episode was one of the 10 that you had to watch before Stargate was over.
I've never watched Stargate.
I am a diehard Stargate fan, so I really had
I don't watch TV. What's into it? Chicken love. So I'm going to be really rude and sit there and stuff this into my face. I'm only doing this because Blooming Bear told me to.